Hey guys, Brick Bounty Hunter here, and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review, and my 100th video on the channel. For my 100th video, I wanted to review the 2021 set 75312 Boba Fett's Starship, otherwise known as the Slave One. First, let's take a look at the box. On the box, you can see the Slave One flying on the planet Morak. You can see the set information right there, and at the bottom we got our figures, and we will get into those later. Up at the top, we have Mando with an amazing white background with the LEGO Star Wars logo. Moving on to the back, we have the Parked Slave One with Boba Fett putting a Gamorrean guard frozen in carbonite in the back. And then we have our set features. Now, let's take a look at the figures. First up, we have the bounty hunter himself, Boba Fett. And this is the new look from The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. He features awesome leg and arm printing, but his color feels off with his helmet and jetpack. I would have liked him to be the same color as the plating on the chest, that dark green color. But taking off the helmet, we have an awesome face print. He features a stern look and scarring on the front and back of his head. What an awesome figure. Next up, we have the Mandalorian. He has some really cool printing on his torso, legs, and arms. He also has a cape, and his helmet is the old LEGO Mandalorian helmet, not the new one we get. Looking under the helmet, we only have a black head and not the Din Djarin head of the newer sets. Next up, we have the Gamorrean guard that is frozen in carbonite. Technically not a minifigure, but I just wanted to show him off here. Moving on to the set itself. The set looks amazing, but also small. It's still a really good set, but if you're looking for something a little bigger, I recommend the 20th anniversary Slave One, or if you hate money, go for the UCS Slave One. Let's move on to the Slave One's features. First up, we have the Slave One's turrets. They can move up and down independently, and they look amazing on the ship. And the things that actually shoot on the ship is the stud shooters, and I'm not going to shoot them right now because I don't want to lose the pieces and have them run all over the place. Moving to under the ship, you can open this thing up and throw the Gamorrean guard that is in carbonite in there and close it back up for storage. Next up is the wings. They move up and down depending on the orientation of the ship. Sometimes they're a little finicky, but they work fine. Now moving on to the cockpit, it can obviously open up and you can see a control panel in there, which doesn't make sense because you plug in Boba's legs here, so you can't really use it as he's flying, but it's still really cool to have it. Here's Boba Fett in the ship and he looks really cool. Let's close him up in there, and he looks really awesome in the Slave One. Moving on to the back of the ship, you can see his thrusters, and we also have a little carrying handle to whoosh the ship around. Next up, we have our side build. You can see that it features lights on the front, levers, and you can move the ladder up and down, and something really cool you can use it for is to display the Slave One. You just set this part of the Slave One on the ladder, and then you can have the Slave One upright. In conclusion, this set is really cool, and if you want a Slave One in your collection, I highly recommend this one. It comes with two awesome minifigures and an awesome, iconic ship. This set gets a 9 out of 10. If you have any questions about this set, ask in the comments below. With that, thank you guys for watching. Peace. So I'm recording this video. This will probably be like an outro thing. There's a spider crawling on my background there, so I'm gonna